And we want today talk about two things, and one of them is Sfirat Omer. And the question with the Sfirat Omer, we see that the Bible is saying that we should do it by 7 weeks and 7 complete weeks to account. What does it mean? It means that in 7 weeks, from the day that we start to get out from Egypt until the day that we are going to accept the Torah, that's the days, that's the 7 weeks. In these 7 weeks, the question is, are we climbing up by stages of the pureness and holiness to get to the holy day that we are going to accept the Torah, or opposite, that we went down, getting further and from the big day of coming out from Egypt? How we see it? It means it's up to Shavuot or from Leil HaSeder. That's the question. So we count 1, 2, 3. It means we're going up. Meaning we're stepping up to get by the stages until we get there on the highest stage, which is on Shavuot nights, or Shavuot, let's say Musaf, in the morning, that we are going to the wedding between Israel and the Torah. That's where we're going. And we see that when we're climbing up, but that stages, very interesting is that, why 7 weeks? Why not 8 weeks? Why not 10 weeks? It's exactly the Torah said 7 weeks. No, but the question is why 7? It might be some others too. If you look on the creation, and we have the 10 Sfirot, Keter, Chochma, Binah, Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yisod. So the Zohar says, and Eliyahu Navi says that in Patach Eliyahu, that the first 3 never damaged and the 7 was damaged, and etc. So by that, where it start? On the Chesed. What we are going to rebuild from the Chesed to the Malchut. Livnot Mechadash. From where? From the Chesed until Malchut. As the Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yisod, Malchut. 7. So by the 7s, of course, each one of them include 7. So 7 by 7, that's 49. So what is going to be the first day is the Chesed of the Chesed. And the second day, Gvura Sheba Chesed. On the 7th day, yes, on the 7th day, Malchut the Chesed. On the 8th day, Chesed the Gvura. On the 14 days, the Malchut the Gvura. On the 15 days, Chesed the Tiferet, and etc., etc. What's going to be the last one? What's going to be the 49? Malchut the Malchut. We see how it's built, and when we look on the Sfirat Omer, we're doing that.
So you're saying in the beginning we're counting up, but from Sfirot we're counting down.
Spirit, you're going up.
Right. But the Sfirot we're counting from above down.
Yes, because we want to rebuild them. You can't rebuild from down to up.
You have to rebuild from up to down.
From up to down. That's the way that it's built from beginning. If you want to rebuild something, you have to build it as it's built originally.
So it started, the foundation was Keter.
Yes, but the first 3 one was there. The Keter bring the Chochma. Right. Chochma bring the Binah. Right. The Binah bring the Chesed. And etc., etc., etc. So if I want to rebuild it, I have to do it as exactly as they was built from the beginning. So that's where we go. Now there is one thing in the halakha that I really want to. I can't say this is the halakha, but Rabbi Yosef Chaim is saying that, and we have to be just careful, because we can't account twice. We can account only once, and even if you account by mistake, you have to be careful how to account it, not be able. אם אתה סופר, צריך לשים לב שתספור פעם אחת בצורה מסודרת, ולא פעמיים. אוקיי?
לא להגיד פעמיים אותו הדבר.
אי אפשר, כי לא נחשב לך פעמיים. זה נחשב פעם אחת. Now, I want to say, Rabbi Yosef Chaim say that. When we are praying in public, so the Shaliach Tzibur is starting, Bereishit, etc., etc. He is accounting, and we are replying. Yes? Rabbi Yosef Chaim say no. Be careful. Why? Because when the rabbi, when the Shaliach Tzibur is saying, might be that you account with him. So you can't account again.
This is because the Rabbi Yonah said this.
Huh?
The Rabbi Yonah, if you have a kavanah to not be yoitz, then it's okay.
Yes.
If you don't have the kavanah, you can yoitz like
this. That's it.
But we're only saying amen on the bracha, not on the counting.
No.
If you count already, you can make a brucha. As if the shliach tzibur count,
no.
And you don't think to not to be yoitz.
But he says, first he says a bracha, we say amen.
Yes.
Then he counts. We don't say anything. We then do our own bracha.
Only you listen. Only you listen to him.
Right. But you listen to him.
If you listen, you
don't might be inside of that. You are repeating after him.
You don't think to be not yoitze, then yes, shittas yoitze.
You have to think, concentrate, and saying yourself,
correct.
I'm not going to get out by his bracha.
Yeah.
So just what you have to do to yourself, and then you can make a bracha by yourself, and then make an account.
What about if I do it before he starts his bracha?
Fine, no problem.
The same thing you say, Rabbi Yosef Chaim say, I think the same thing, Friday night when you say vachili, to have the kavanah to not be yoitze bevachili. Why?
Yes,
because
exactly.
if you yoitze vachili, you can moitze
your
vibe. Your vibe is the raisa.
Wow.
The Rabbi Yosef Chaim said.
So what he's doing, what Rabbi Yosef Chaim saying? First the audience.
What's the audience?
Hakahal.
Then
the rabbi. Oh, then there is no problem. Yes.
There's a problem by him.
No, because he's only one. He can concentrate himself. Right. He is a Shaliach Tzibur to say, I'm not getting out by the public.
It's nice, very nice. A good idea.
And then he said, everybody says, he said the Shem Yichud, he said everything, and they said, and then come to the bracha. Everybody said the bracha, accounting, and then the Shaliach Tzibur saying. Oh, then they continue. Excellent. I liked it very much.
Who make like this?
Rabbi Yosef Chaim. I'm doing it in the shul.
Okay, I ask if the people in the world doing this.
Well, I was in Mevaseret. Yeah. I insist by that, and I told them, listen, that's the way to be shul. Please be careful, and just start doing it. Uh-huh. So there is a way. There is a halacha like that to be able. Yes, and it's very and there is a point. There is a point.
People don't know.
Of course, people don't know. And some people don't pay attention. He accounts with the Shaliach Tzibur.
I thought one of the reasons why you let him go first is because you may not be sure the actual day you're on anymore.
No, but there is a there is a solution for that.
Yeah.
Because before starting, the Shaliach Tzibur says, Yesterday it was 16.
Today
that's it. Everybody know. If yesterday is 16, today is etc. So that's exactly what we saw.
I make this a lot of times. Yesterday be 16. I make this a lot of times.
So before we start, the Shaliach Tzibur is everybody don't forget yesterday was 16. And then B'Shut Rabotai, he signs the Shem Yichud, doing everything, and then they say, because now they know what to say.
Right.
Here they count, he canceled his mind to say, I'm not going to get out by the audience, and then he is going out. That's one of the points for us. Please try following that, and will not have problems with the audience, like counting by mistake, like many other things. We just straight it up. That's something short for Sfirat Omer. And of course, at this time of the year, we don't have any kavanos, nothing we don't do, because there is nothing there, only Sfirat Omer, because we rebuilt everything. At the time we see in the parasha the case of the kings, the 8 kings that they died, etc.
The 7?
7.
Right.
זה הזמן שהיה מקרא המלכים. השבעה המלכים, that's the time exactly. And this is the time where we go. And we have to be careful not to mix between two things. One of them is, I don't know how to say it in English, Simane Avlut, that we're going on this time.
Simane Avlut. Avelut is like somebody sit Shiva, have to cry.
Somebody passed away, so you have
Avelut.
to keep like, shaving, listen to music, etc., etc.
That's meaning Avelut.
So-
The same thing as in
So in these days we're doing it until Lag BaOmer. But
you can make cutting the hair.
yes. So we have to be careful, because these days are very chesed days of chesed. We have to do a lot of chesed, a lot of love to other people. It's not have to be like,
This is
not in the right,
you
and we have to be like on the opposite, to love people, to give more, to do more chasadim.
Is that because there's a din?
No, opposite. It's a chesed
The
time.
regular say it's like Cholamoid.
It's like a cholam.
Cholamoid.
All the days of the Omer.
Yes.
Yom Tov.
And so we have to try to make as much as we can more chasadim and more mitzvot for ourselves, to be able to say, to practice exactly how holy are these days. Parallel, yes, there is a problem that's happened with Rabbi Akiva students. Whatever happened, the 24,000 of them passed away. And again, from where? What was the source? The source that this is coming, it was from not loving each other, not to be patient to each other. So opposite, because of this reason, we see we have to do more mitzvot, love each other, give to each other, helping each other, and that's really the time. For the haircut, the Mekubalim is not cutting the hair until Shavuot. And that's not his coming because of the Simane Avlut. It's coming from different reasons. So all the Omer, we don't cut the hairs. We wait one day before the Shavuot, we're doing haircut. Why? Because we're going to the wedding. And it's not nice to come to be a chatan of the wedding and come like Schlumper.
Big hair.
So that's not the right things to do. Huh?
Schlepper.
Yeah. So we just be careful in doing that and following these days, and we have to be really study as much as we can more Torah and doing more chasadim, and this is our time. We have in the Sefer Tikkunim, we see the Zohar is explaining 72 times, 70 times the word Bereishit.
Wow.
And the question is why? What makes Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai to come to the point and explain it 70 times?
תיקונים, 70 תיקונים.
And we see that the Zohar says that the world would create basically in 3 days. And the other 3 days came out from the first 3 days. First creation, second creation. But let's look on the first sentence of the Torah. And the Torah says, Bereishit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. What does that mean? That in the beginning God created the earth. I can't translate it to English, but it means the earth and the sky. That's what He created in the beginning. The question is, if I would say, Bereishit bara Elokim shamayim va'aretz, will be the same? You say no. Why? Because there is no et. I know, but did I change the meaning? When I said Bereishit bara Elokim shamayim va'aretz to Bereishit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, did I change the purpose of the sentence? The answer is no. My answer is yes. Of course. What's the purpose of saying it? We know that the letters create the word. So when you say Aleph, it, from A to Z, from Aleph to Taf in the earth, from Aleph to Taf in the sky. Wait a minute. You only tell me that Bereishit, in the beginning, God created everything in the sky and everything in the earth? The answer is obviously, that's exactly what the Pasuk says. So why there is first day, second day, third day, fourth day? What is the story? It's happened already. Bereishit bara Elokim et hashamayim, everything is included. So what's happened in the third day? So I'm asking another question. Why you said the word Bereishit? You should say the Kadosh Baruch Hu create the sky and the earth. Everything is included. Don't say Bereishit. Why you used Bereishit? First. Second, when God meant to build the world in His mind there, do you have any doubts that it's not happened already?
מה זה דאוס?
יש לך ספק שזה לא נעשה? You don't have doubts, of course, in His mind. He didn't create it already. By only thinking about that, it's happened already. Wait, so when all this happened, before it physically happened, like the spirit world, but in His mind, yes, absolutely. So, what is the word Bereishit? Why the Torah is using the word Bereishit?
That actualize the thought.
Probably, yes. Now we're going to understand. If I say, fine, if I look how He built the spirit world, and He says, the Keter, we have Keter, Chokhmah, Binah, and etc., etc. So God is create the Keter. And who is the Keter? That's God. Coming from the Keter. And then, Chokhmah. So He said, who is going to be the first one? You say, obviously, the Keter. But there's a conflict. Why? Because He's saying, the Torah saying, Bet Reshit.
It's the first debate.
Bet Reshit. So, leave the bet in the meantime. Look on Reshit. Reshit is what is Reshit? Reshit Chokhmah. This is the first one. So what is saying the Bible? Said the Reshit is the first one? Yes. So who is the first one? Reshit is the first one. So it means that the Chokhmah is the first one. The Chokhmah is the first one. But the Chokhmah is not the first. The Chokhmah is the second. Yes, by the Sfirot.
Right.
The Chokhmah is the second.
Right.
That's the Bet is coming. Bet is saying, I'm the second one. I am the first one who came out, but actually I am the second. I am the Bet. But don't forget,
There's something before.
there's something above me. Look on the back of the Bet, you will see a line going up. He said, I have an Aleph. If Bet is the first one, the second one, who is the first? There is an Aleph. Alufo shel olam. He is above me. He is the first.
So why did it start bait? Telling us not to go to Aleph?
So he is starting with the bait because there where we go. Who was the first who created this world? Is the Chokhmah. And the bait is coming from saying, I am the second one. Never think that I am the first one from all the system. There is someone there above me. He is the first one. We see that everything already included in the word Bereishit. The whole world was created already in the word Bereishit. Now to be able to understand it basically nice and easy, what Rabbi Shimon did, he broke the word Bereishit 70 times to be able for us to see the inside of the whole Bible. Inside of the whole creation is already there. It's done. So when we see just that, I'm just taking that for example for us to see how deep it is. And Rabbi Yosef Chaim says, if we really want to look and to say, we say the Torah is, I'm talking about the Pshat, is like the box of jewelry. Tevat Takshitim.
It's the box itself.
The box itself. They have many drawers and many small boxes there. Each box is a sentence from the Torah. Each drawer is a book of the Torah. But when you have all the stones and the diamonds and the jewelry, you have to recognize them and put them on the spot. They are inside of the jewelry box. They are the jewelry. They are the diamonds. You really have to go study and open the box, look on each drawer, see the jewelry and enjoy them. That's המגיעות. אתה צריך לפתוח את כל המגיעות, להסתכל במדפים, לראות אותם ולהבחין בכל התכשיטים ולהסתכל עליהם. So he said that the whole jewelry is inside of the Torah. This is the Kabbalah. And really, if you want to know the purpose of the boxes, is the jewelry. Is the jewelry. So we just took a sample for us to look at that and to see, and to know how much is the Torah is giving us. And he's raising
עמוד האמצעי של העולם. אז זה העולם עומד.
And if you look at that, there's a question. What I'm doing in this world, what I'm doing. If I don't give a religious answer, don't give. The guy said, I came here to make a living. That's nice.
אני לא הבנתי מה שאמרתם קודם.
אם אני אסתכל על התורה, על החיים, ואני אשאל את עצמי, מה באתי לעולם הזה, ולא רוצה תשובה דתית, so the answer will be, באתי לחיות. Fine.
What's the answer?
I buy to live.
I came here to live. It's fine. Morning you wake up, you're going to work. To do what? To make money. To what? To make a living. You're coming out, taking care of the kids, doing everything you should, going to tired. You make what? To make a living. Then what? You're going to sleep. To what? Not to be tired, to make a living. You wake up in the morning, you go to work to make a living. When you really make a living, if you are chasing yourself all your life to go ahead and doing that, when you really make a living. So that's the question. The answer is that that's not the reason that I came for. So what's the reason I came for? Rabbi Yosef Chaim and the Zohar, look, the Zohar has something tremendous. I loved it. I loved it what the Zohar says. Zohar says, Vayerev vayivoker yom echad. What does that mean? It means, vayiboker, it's from sunshine until midday.
Sunrise.
From sunrise until midday. This is Boker. What is Erev? Midday until sunset. That's Erev. What's the end? There is no end. What do you mean there is no end? The Bible says, Vayerev vayiboker yom echad. This is exactly one day. There's no doubt. So where's the night? Oh, what are you doing at night? Rabbi says, at night you're going to sleep. When? From sunset until midnight. Midnight you wake up, Tikkun Chatzot, and start studying. Oh, okay. Start studying, you're doing something? Wait. You study for him, Yeshem Shamayim. You study because you have to come to this world to be able to study. So what do you do in the day? So the point is, I'm studying at night to be able to know how to behave in the day. Because the Torah gives me instruction how to think, how to talk, how to walk, how to do. And that's what's coming from the Vav. This is Vav. So what I'm getting is really Vav in the morning and Vav in the afternoon. That's both sides. Vav the Shesh. Shesh. So I'm getting this Vav. And that's exactly the what? The 12 parts of the day. And what you do in this part of the day, what you study at night. Because he give you from midnight until morning to study to know what to do. And what you do during the day, mitzvot. Mitzvot, that's exactly what you should do. And this is exactly what the parasha is. What the parasha is telling us. He's telling you, Beyomot iten scharo. It means on spot you give his salary. It means when you do something, think you're doing the mitzvah. Think always how to do mitzvot. That's all the day you have to think. So you're going to the barber, you pay him because he cut your hair, and you pay him, say, oh, here's a mitzvah. I'm doing a mitzvah now. So do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because you have to do it. Just do him a favor, just give him the money. Give it from your heart. Do it from the point. That's where we go. Now we see that the day that is built for 12 times, exactly what we said. Vayifen ze ze. Now, ze is what? Ze in Gematria is 12. And ze is 12. So he said, look, on this 12, do that 12 the same. So whatever we do it from both sides. 12 hours of the day, 12 hours, it means partial times, and 12 hours, 12 parts of the night time. Ze and ze. So nighttime, sleeping and studying Torah. Daytime, you have time to do whatever, any mitzvot you want to do. That's Hashem that we'll do and we'll continue. And shortly we're going to see the Mashiach coming in.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much.